Well, good morning, everybody. Carrie from down in Texas. Hope you are well this Thursday afternoon. I am getting ready this morning, and I feel today as though spring has completely sprung. Obviously, I'm wearing green. I just feel like today is the first day of spring. It's not actually the first day of spring when you look at the calendar, but here in Houston, you know that it's spring when we get rivers of yellow pollen that are everywhere. They literally are rivers. They get on your car. I'm looking at my fish pond this morning, and there's a film across the entire top of the pond of this yellow dust. That is spring, and that means here in Texas, in Houston, spring has arrived and it is in full force. Oh goodness. So I am coming in, decided to do my, oops, I forgot one thing. Decided to do my eyebrows with you today, because I am in hopes that somebody who is watching this would be kind enough to respond back to me and say, in kind words too, please, this is what you're doing wrong. Try this technique or try this product. Something to help me get these eyebrows done better, quicker. And I'm going to apologize to you ahead of time if this takes too long. I'm going to try really hard not to have it take too long. I'm going to use my e.l.f. pencil, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to start like I always start and put my line right here where I know that I want my brow to stop. And then I'm going to draw my line over the top. And then I'm going to draw my line under the bottom. And I'm going to have them meet for the tail. And then I'm going to fill in the part up here. Correct my line a little. One, not too bad. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Do my line on the top. Come through and do my line on the bottom and have them meet at the back for the tail. And then fill in not too bad today. I didn't completely mangle the whole thing. I don't think. You tell me. And then that's what I do. And then I didn't make a huge mess today, so I don't really need to clean anything up yet. All right. Now what do we want? Okay, I have done my e.l.f. primer, cookies and cream. I have used my new wonderful product. I just love this color corrector, and all over. It's a moisturizer, but it's a color corrector, so it has really helped in the majority of my face with color correcting that I need. Now there are some areas like right here that I'm going to come back in with my Milani pink, and under here, because this is bad in here. I noticed yesterday I was in quite a bit of pain yesterday. I had a really tough day yesterday with pain in my shoulder in particular. My legs got better with my pain relief, but my shoulder is just not doing well. And I actually had to take a much stronger pain dosage last night when I went inside from being out at work yesterday, because I was just in so much pain. You know, this disease that I have, which is called reflex sympathetic dystrophy, it is just, it's rough. By the way, it's a Milani product, and it's pink, and I found it at Ulta, and I found the Maybelline one, but the Maybelline one didn't, the color seemed to be really off when I found it, and I was a little concerned to use it right off the bat, so that's why I decided to try this Milani one first and just see. It was cheaper too, and before I invested in, you know, $12 or $13 with the Maybelline one, I thought, well, let's just try the Milani one and see what kind of results I get. And you know, it's worked pretty good. I have to say, you know, this color corrected combination of these two products has really kind of helped. See, I screwed up my brow right there already. I'm gonna have to fix it. Oh, me and my brows. I hate doing brows. Just cannot seem to master that one thing. Anyways, this disease, you know, you can be having a good day, and then something will trigger. We call it a flare, which is a, if you just think what the terminology of a flare is, you know, it's a burst. Well, this is a burst of pain, and they can be pretty intense and cause just all sorts of issues, and they can last days. I'm really hopeful that this is not one of those flares. I actually haven't been diagnosed with RSD in my shoulder, but I am very quickly becoming concerned that that's what has happened, is that it has traveled to my right shoulder, and I really hope that hasn't happened. Okay, how do we look so far? We look pretty good. I have to fix my brow right there. I'm gonna wait till the end though, because I'll probably mess it up more. So I've come through, and I have done my concealer. Looks pretty good. I still have some little discoloration, so I'm gonna come in with my other color corrector just right here. These scars today are a little more prevalent than on other days. I'm not sure why that is. I might not have drank enough yesterday. That can really affect your skin, by the way, obviously. If you're not getting enough fluids in. I am supposed to be drinking 84 ounces of fluids a day because I'm a weight loss patient and I've had weight loss surgery. That's a really big number, really big number. I have my big container, one of these containers, and then I have another one that has iced tea in it. That is my iced coffee that I drink every day, which I adore, by the way. If you are a patient and you've had surgery, I've done a couple of videos about drinks that you can drink as a weight loss surgery survivor, and there's a couple that are really, really good. There is the iced coffee, Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee, sugar-free. That's a really great product. I love that product because it has it's like it has creamer already in it, and it's kind of hard to find though, to find the sugar-free one. If you can't find the sugar-free one, what you can do is you can take half of the bottle, and here's what I do. I put it in a really large container, like a glass gallon milk container, because everything in glass, by the way, guys, lasts longer. It stays fresher when you put dairy products in glass containers. There's a reason that they started in glass way back when, and we've got away from that, and so consequently our milk products, dairy products, don't seem to last as long. Well, that's why they're in plastic. What was I saying? Oh, talking about milk coffee. So if you take your little Dunkin' Donuts, their jars, they come in like 6-ounce jars, and you cut it in, and well, if you put it in a gallon container, normally I put 3 bottles of my coffee in the container. Then what I do is I fill the rest of that up with half and half. Now, you don't have to use half and half. You can use milk. The reason I use half and half is because one of the things that happens when you have weight loss surgery is you get rid of a lot of fat, right? We know that. That's why we're having weight loss surgery, to get rid of the fat. But you have to have a certain amount of fat in your diet, because your body needs the right kind of fat. Your skin needs the right kind of fat. Your hair needs the right kind of fat. And so one way to do it, and do it with good fat, is through dairy products. Now, I just came in with my Milani bronzer. I used my KVD Fantastic Foundation. Love that stuff. It is the best ever. I'm going to say it. It's the best I've ever used. And I don't ever say that, but I'm saying it on that, because it really is the best foundation I have ever found, bar none. So then I take 3 bottles of my I can't get my head straight this morning. Dunkin' Donuts milk coffee, and I put 3 of those in a gallon glass milk container, and then I fill the rest of it up with milk, and then I leave it in the refrigerator. I also put some lip gloss on because my lips are dry this morning. And then I put it in the refrigerator, and I use that. I drink that twice a day. Well, pretty much all day. Let me just say this. I fill it up in the morning as I come out here to my office to get working and get dressed with you, get ready with you. And I fill up my 8-ounce container with that, and I put ice in it. And then I normally go through one of these by about 10 o'clock. I then go back and I get a refill, go and use the restroom, do what I need to do, come back out, and then I finish that off by the time lunch rolls around. Then I have my lunch, and I fill it up one more time before the end of the day. Now, this too, while this is going on, I'm also drinking peach iced tea, because I find that I need to have more than just the iced coffee, but I am not a good water drinker. The water where I live, it's okay. It's from a well, but it's just not my favorite, and we don't have a water treatment system yet on our house, and so I drink Lipton peach tea, and I drink that sort of as a staple for replacing my water, because I'm allowed to. My doctor said I could use that peach tea. Doesn't have a high sugar content in it, and so my calorie intake is so low anyways that I can go ahead and drink that tea. I would say today my calorie intake on a daily basis is maybe, if I'm lucky, if I'm lucky, maybe 700, maybe. It's not much. So I need the fat content, and I also need the calorie content to keep my body fueled, right? And so, oops, I got some fallout here. I need to prepare my under eye because I'm wearing green today, and green is one of those colors when you're wearing it that you can get quite a bit of fallout. I don't know why. Greens and blues and blacks, obviously, because they're darker colors, Carrie. That's why you have such high fallout. I'm using my beautiful $3 palette that I got from Ulta. I love this. It is Essence, and it's just a really nice green palette. I'm wearing green today because I feel like spring has sprung, and I want to feel springy. So we are wearing green today. So I'm coming in and I'm going down to my lower lash line with my darker green here. And I'll probably come back in a little bit and lighten this up just a little because it's a pretty dark green. And then I'm going to come across the top and I'm going to make my liner line. I have much greater chance of having a good liner line if I use powder and not liner. Liner and eyebrows are my two weakest makeup skills. I just cannot seem to master either one of them. And so I just know that I have a shortcoming there, and I don't try to screw it up. I just try to keep it real simple. So as you can see, I'm making a little round color formation in the corner of my eye. I'm bringing it up into the crease here. Beautiful green. Love this green. Then I'm going to come back in just a minute. I'm going to blend all of this. Pick it up and out. Pick it up and out. All right. Beautiful green. This gorgeous green. These colors from Essence, I'm telling you, they got a great formula, and they're inexpensive. You can find them at Ulta. You know, when you go to Ulta and you check out, and they have those. Normally there's that one section real close to the checkout counter that is the sales section. Well, normally all of those kinds of products are right in there. You got to dig through it, but there are some really nice finds in there. If you can just take the time to sort through all of that, you'll be surprised what you can find in there. Really surprised. I found 3 sets: blue, lavender, purple, and green. So the lavender purple is one, the blue palette is another palette, and then the green palette. And I have used all of them, and I just love them. They're a wonderful product. Great value, $3. And the pigment is really nice. You can blend it and build it. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. Beautiful green. Wow. Green goes well with people who have brown eyes like I do, just an FYI. Alrighty, let's come in and let's work on blush. So I'm going to come in now with I am missing a blush brush. I don't know where it ran off to. Somewhere here, I'm sure. By the way, a little makeup trick along the way that I have learned. I keep this, I get some paper towel, and I use it for two things. I get it damp, not drenching wet, but damp. And I use it to help with my brushes as I'm using them, kind of clean them a little bit before I use them if they need it, and also to keep my hands clean. I'm really funny about my hands. My hands have to stay clean. I'm not a germaphobe, I just can't stand to have dirty hands. I've never been able to. Okay, so I'm coming in now with my Pillar Talk. I'm putting my base blush right here in the apples of my cheeks. I am going to come in and finish it with my NARS today. I'm going to do that after I seal everything with my powder. Beautiful. Looking nice. Okay, so as I was telling you about this disease that I have, it's called reflex sympathetic dystrophy. It's a nerve disorder, and it can travel to everywhere in your body, and it takes your normal nervous system and it makes it go into hyperdrive, like it's stuck and it can't reset. So you're constantly in this feeling of overdrive, and that's what fuels this constant pain with this disease. And whoops, I forgot to do my chin, didn't I? Yep, have to fix that. That's what fuels this constant feeling of pain everywhere. Super hypersensitivity with your skin. People who have stage 4, I am in between stage 2 and 3. I've had it 16 years. People who have stage 4 of this disease, it's almost impossible for people to touch their skin because they are in such complete hyperdrive that even the slightest sensation on their skin, like clothing, for example, is excruciating. I was reading a story, hold on. Can't do that and talk to you at the same time. I was reading a story about a young teenage girl. This has been a few years ago, so I don't have an update on her, but she was in such bad shape. She was literally living in her bedroom in a bed that had been turned into a tent that she had privacy on, with a television and a computer, where all she was wearing and all she could wear was like a little slip, because the sensation of clothing on her skin was excruciating, and she was in constant agony from this disease, where every time she touched her skin, she would, you know, go through the ceiling. I forgot to do my jawline here with my Milani bronzer, so I'm going to come back in and fix that. And I'm going to do a little more on my face. It just looks a little flushed today. Okay. So this is a really bad disease, basically, is what I'm telling you. And it can cause such life devastation. People with this disease have an extremely high suicide rate, which is very, very sad. I just recently joined a foundation to help raise awareness and help people deal with this terrible disease. I'm one of the fortunate people in that my disease is under control, and I'm doing, you know, well. I'm living, I'm working, I'm doing a lot of things that a lot of people with this disease can't even think about doing. And so I know that I'm very fortunate and very blessed that I can work, have a career, own 3 businesses, and still manage to, you know, live a pretty much normal life. You know, I do have a pain pump that's implanted that I will always have, because there is no cure for this disease, and I just know that it's what I'm going to be coping with for many years to come, and it's just the lot in life that I've got, and I can cry and moan and groan about it, but it doesn't really do any good. I just have to learn to cope with it and deal with it and address day by day. And try to help people with the same disease get through their day and help them live the very best life they can live, and live it as successfully as possible, and have it all. I still think that's possible, but I'm an optimist. So, okay, done my blush, my NARS. I used my NARS today. Blush. I have used my powder today, my Maybelline powder today. I have come underneath my eyes and I'm sweeping away excess. Love those little square triangle powder puffs. They're awesome. All right, now we're going to come in and we're going to do eyelashes. And it's always good, remember, to start at the base of the lash. Let your wand do the work for you by coating the lash. Pull the wand all the way through the lash. If you start at the bottom, I just find you get a better extension of your eyelashes, and they get fuller because you're loading product into the bottom, the stalk part of the lash, which then keeps that area fuller because you're loading product into it, which then makes you look like you have more lashes than you actually do. This is a remarkable product too. This is a Thrive mascara, which I just adore this mascara. I think it's one of the best, and I started using it because I was watching one of the YouTube gals who has the most beautiful eyelashes I think I've ever seen on anybody, with maybe the exception of my daughter. My daughter has unbelievable lashes. And I started watching her use this mascara, and she only ever has to do one coat because her lashes are so thick, beautiful, and long. She probably could get away with not wearing mascara, but she wears the mascara because it just then makes her lashes just spectacular. All right, and so I'm just coming in here and I am starting at the bottom, doing the same thing over here, letting my wand work for me. See? And then as this dries, I come back in and I reload product. Use your brush to separate your lashes. Then, you know, I was going to lighten that green, but I'm not going to. I kind of like the way it looks a little darker there. I don't do dark a lot, but today, because it's green, I think it looks nice, and it looks nice with my clothes, so we'll leave it a little darker today than I would normally leave it. Finish up these lower lashes. Got a little smudge down on that bottom area right there. Clean it up. Okay, now I just need to come in and fix my brows a little bit. Let's comb them up. Looks pretty good. Just have to fix the one. Let me get this out. I do like to use my powder puff on my brows just to kind of set them, if you will. Think they look okay? Do they look okay? I'm really serious about a critique. So guys, if you see something I'm doing wrong with that, really would appreciate some feedback. I am not afraid to say that I don't do that well, and you know, there's probably a lot of you out there that can do it a lot better than I do, and I absolutely am not afraid to get some feedback from you. All right, let's put the eyeballs on and look at what we've got, how we did for the day. And not too bad. I'm sorry about those circles in my eyes. That's from my ring light. I try to not do that whenever I can. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you for joining me this morning. I really appreciate that. Thank you also, if you're a subscriber, for following me. Continue to support and encourage me. I so appreciate that. Don't forget, I have a new domain, www.carriedevlinscroggins.com. I will link that in the description. And that's where you can reach me for all of my businesses, my speaking engagements. If you're looking for a speaker, I would love the opportunity to work with you. I do a lot of insurance training. I do a lot of motivational speaking because of this horrible disease that I'm living with for 16 years. If I can help somebody else have a positive attitude and live their very best life to the fullest and successfully, then that's what my passion is, and I would love the opportunity to help anybody. It's Thursday. Get out there and have a great rest of the week. The weekend is almost here. Spring is coming. It's here. It's around the corner. The bunnies are getting ready. And I hope you have a blessed day. Make it a productive Thursday and Friday. Finish the week strong. Be positive. Love each other. Don't forget, make sure that you're being grateful. Gratitude is everything in the world. And give it to God. My husband tells me that every day. Carrie, just give it to God. He can handle it, and he is so right. If you don't believe, that's okay too. That is your prerogative. We're all individuals. We all have our own belief system, and I welcome anybody and everybody at this channel as long as we are constructive, supportive, and encouraging each other to live the very best life we can and live it successfully, so we all have it all. Make sure you hit the bell so you know the next time I post a video. God bless everybody. Spring is around the corner. Time for change. And I hope you have a blessed day. Catch you next time. Carrie, and I'm done. Bye-bye.